Hello and welcome to my channel. In this video I'm playing some Battlefield 1 and I'll be sharing my thoughts and initial impressions of this game with you, as I've only picked up a few days ago and I'm a starting noob in 2020. And to get this right off the bat, I've spent around 500 hours playing Battlefield 5 ever since I got it in the mid-2019. Although I've heard a lot of criticism about the game and its poor delivery to the audience, with mountains of bugs and constant developer mistakes, I have to say that I enjoy the game nevertheless. With its ups and downs, although more downs, I continue to enjoy the war experience even when I feel it's lacking many important iconic details. But the reason I got Battlefield 1 so late, as it was released back in 2016, was all the positive praise I always hear about it. The last Battlefield game I played was Battlefield 4 when I had a PS3 in 2014, so it's really been a while. But I enjoyed that game and wanted to try out Battlefield again in the future, and I only got around to it recently. So with the amount of time I spent playing Battlefield 5, I wanted to try out another Battlefield title, which has been deemed more successful. And without going back too far, I picked up this World War I title. One of the main reasons was I never really played a World War I game, so it was going to be a fully new experience for me, and I hope that you enjoyed this video and the clips that I have made. From the moment I launched the game, I liked it. The intro with the war stories was great and it felt very immersive, set in the dark and grim scenery of the World War I period. And once I was able to, I hopped into multiplayer matchmaking, and had sort of a mishap where I couldn't get a match with anyone, and it took me a moment to realize I had to use the server search instead to find already existing lobbies. I'm guessing it's either just bad luck, or it's because the game's population is lower than Battlefield 5, but that isn't really an issue anyone should be concerned with, as there are many servers nearly fully packed with players. I found a server which had some free space and I started the match. Now, for someone who doesn't know the maps, I have to say that my initial thought was the surrounding environment is amazing. The design fits the World War I period perfectly, and the game feels clean and highly polished, which is something I'd fully expect from a game like this. And one of the first things I've noticed is that the game is a bit slower than what I'm used to. It's not a bad thing, and I feel like I had more time to think about where I'm going and what I'm doing compared to Battlefield 5. Also, the gun handling in this game is something I'm still getting used to, and trying to figure out which guns to use has definitely got me scratching my head, while I'm struggling to play with iron sights or the optics available, as I feel the visibility is a bit lacking. To get used to the game, I spent a bit of time sniping, trying to get a better perspective of the map layout without rushing into the wrong places and getting killed instantly. And sniping in this game is great. It felt so much easier and more satisfying than in Battlefield 5. But from what I've noticed, this game seems to be more focused on camping rather than the sort of movement I'm used to. It could be due to my inexperience in this game, but it feels like you get heavily punished for aggressive plays, as it's so much harder to spot campers than in Battlefield 5. And the biggest difference to me has been the lack of field stations where you can pick up ammo or medical supplies, and I found that getting ammo can be a bit painful at times compared to Battlefield 5, but with the amount of times I died, that hasn't really been an issue. Although the few times I was in a streak, I had very bad luck and couldn't find a support player around to resupply. Another thing I noticed was the huge difference in the vehicles in this game. From the moment I entered the tank, I noticed a huge amount of people were in it. It's fairly new to me, as most of the time driving a tank in Battlefield 5, it would just be me, and maybe a squad mate spawning me from time to time. But in Battlefield 1, majority of the time I was in a tank, there's a full crew mounting every available gun, which I think is pretty cool, as it just shows the amount of team effort going into many ways the vehicles are operating in this game, and it feels more engaging and realistic. I'm curious if other people have noticed that, so let me know down in the comments if that's something normal to you and if you notice it yourself. But the most surprising thing I've come across was the spawn system, where you're not able to spawn on a squad mate. Instead, you can spawn in your team base, captured points, or a vehicle. And coming from Battlefield 5, I was expecting it to be an implemented feature, so I felt a bit spoiled and missed it in Battlefield 1. So far, I've only spent a couple of hours playing this game, but I've been enjoying every minute of it, and I honestly couldn't wait to play more. It kind of makes me feel sad that I didn't pick up this game earlier. However, my old computer couldn't handle a Battlefield title, and I didn't have a newer generation console. So now I'm just making uploads time with a newly founded gem, which I couldn't highly enough recommend to anyone like myself who has ever thought about picking this game up. I haven't got around to the campaign yet, but over the years I've seen bits and pieces of gameplay from it and cutscenes which looked amazing, so it's something I'm going to get around to shortly. But I hope you enjoyed this video and gameplay in the background, and I'm probably going to make more Battlefield 1 videos in the future. So if you enjoyed this, leave a like and a comment down below, subscribe to my channel as I regularly upload weekly videos with quality gaming content for you. While you're here, you should go and check out my Cooking with Local series, created to help gamers eat more healthy, nutritious and tasty food. But for now, I'm going to wish you a good day or night wherever you may be, and stay safe. Till next time.